Good evening, y'all. This is Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner, Cleveland, Ohio, Zone 6B. Um, I don't know if you guys can see me or not on my laptop. I had also I tried to drop it in my tablet. It wasn't acting right. And I'm trying to see if this is acting on my phone. I see everybody on my phone. So which one do you see me on, guys? Can you see me on StreamYard? All right. Put a one in the chat and I'll see which one it pops up in. And then I know which one to switch up to. Because I'm seeing good evening. If you're watching the replay as usual, it's a screw up on Thursday. It wouldn't be my channel if if it wasn't a screw up on the IT. Plus, I was listening to today that StreamYard has been sold to another entity. So I need to learn something else. So I just seen Joshua pop up, Gabriel, and God's desire for me. And on the other channel, I see Mike Chaotic. Okay. Snap. I see my girl and my big sister, Garden Quilt and Art Show, G Quad. Yeah, go ahead and take your nap. I understand. I see Kenneth Wilkerson. I see J3GS Farms. Okay. So I don't know which stream y'all got me on. Hit me with a one somewhere in the chat, y'all, so I can see which one you're on. I seen Girl Dad cooking up deliciousness. What's up, baby? All right. I don't know which stream yard I'm on. I'm all screwed up. I see it on my phone. All right. God's desire for me says she in the bushes canning chicken broth. Ooh, cool. Ooh. Must be nice. Yeah, you put all that good stuff in there too. Like onions and celery and carrots and all that good stuff. Okay, y'all. I'm not seeing a one in the chat. I don't know which chat y'all on because the one on my phone saying y'all waiting on me to show up. And I'm on my laptop. Tigsy, your package is in the mail. Let me know when you get it. All right. I see okay on my computer, but I'm trying to see my people that's on my phone. It says still waiting for me on that, and I'm not there. So let me text them. Duh. I can do that much. K Renee, what's up, baby? Glad to see you. Chat. Let me let them know I'm on another channel on my computer. Oops. Work with me here, y'all. Work with me. Y'all always do. You guys are the best. I appreciate you so much. Yeah. Um, I'm trying to see if I can get other folks to pop up and come over. Everybody saying hello. On another channel on computer. Thank you. Okay. I was sending a message to the other folks that was over there. I know y'all get so tired of me. One of these days I put a few dollars in how do you say in the coffee can that I've gotten in the chat towards a new laptop because this one I don't know how long it's gonna last for. It start buffering, going in and out, and it doesn't buffer on my phone. It doesn't buffer on my tablet. So I figure it's got to be the computer itself because it doesn't buffer or on any other electronic item that I have. So that's what I'm working on now, trying to get a new one because it's very discouraging. And now I have to learn um, a new channel because, like I said, I was listening to a 10 earlier today. She said StreamYard has been sold. So we don't know if we can continue to keep getting free, this particular level for free. What kind of changes they're going to make, for us. All right, I see Kenneth made it. Okay, thank you. You switched over. Okay. Kenneth found me, so thank you. I appreciate that, Kenneth. Yeah. It wouldn't be a Thursday at Miss Shirley's channel if it wasn't an electronic screw up of some kind. I can't be like normal people. And then you have to consider what you call normal nowadays. But what I love, there you go. There go J3 GS Farms. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So y'all found me. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys so much. Y'all seem to finally understand this old lady. She has her issues when it comes to technology, and y'all have seen the proof. One of these days, I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna shock everybody, including myself. Hey, sweet thumb, what's up, baby? How you doing? Glad to see ya. Wait a minute, y'all. I got to switch glasses. Either these is dirty or they not strong enough or something. Because everything's looking fuzzy. I got enough pairs of glasses around here. I ought to be able to see what's happening. Whew. Oh yeah, much better. It's amazing what a good pair of glasses do. And these supposed to be actually stronger than these. So I guess I'm having a good eye day, which I take. I ain't mad. Believe me, I'm not mad. um, I'm glad today was a better day because yesterday I was sick as a dog. I had food poisoning. I got up at 3 o'clock yesterday morning and I didn't doze off until 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. I, me in the bathroom was my best friends. I mean, I was sick as a dog. I'm so glad I feel so much better. But I can tell you one thing, no one can say I'm full of crap. That's for sure. The question for tonight is what veggies or fruit do you feel was the waste of your time, energy, and money? Thank you, girl, dad. I am too. My stomach was growling earlier because I was on E. I'm also drop the link for anybody who wants to come up and talk about it. If you feel it's if you feel that it's too much to type, you're more than welcome to come up and talk about it. Because I've heard of some veggies that some people grew and tasted and didn't like it at all. Okay, God's desire for me, strawberries. Does that mean you'll never grow them again, or you didn't like them, or they didn't work out for you? Can you be a little more specific? Hey, Tamika Davis, I see people saying hi to you. So you must be in here somewhere. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, the veggies that I won't grow again is what it was. It's a squash. I've grown butternut. I've grown yellow crookneck. I've grown zucchini, and what other? I've grown what they call winter squash. But that hmm, had it on tip of my tongue. It'll come to me. But there's a particular squash I won't grow again. Tiger melons, I will never grow again. Yellow pear tomatoes, not my jam. Um, it's a few things that I wouldn't grow again. The only way I would grow them is that somebody else requested. That's it. Right now, I'm having problems with the deer constantly eating my melons. They've eaten all my melons that I've grown, and the vine keeps trying to produce, but they keep eating it down. So they keep eating down my okra and my cucumbers. So that one cucumber plant they've eaten before, but they haven't been back to it. So I don't know if they don't like it or what, but I hope they leave it alone. Maybe I might get one or two before it gets too cold because right now this weather's crazy. It got up to 61 degrees today. I woke up, it was 52. It was cold. God's desire for me said it didn't work out. Very tiny strawberries. I guess I don't have enough to do what I want to do with them. Okay, that's a good reason. If they're not producing enough for you to get anything out of them, yeah, I can understand that. Hey, my Renaissance grandma, listen in the bushes while working. That's okay. Do what you got to do. Handle your business. I appreciate you coming in here. And everybody, I hope y'all hit that thumbs up and show me that you like me just a little bit. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. J3, is there anything you've grown, fruits or veggies, that you would not grow again because it just didn't work out for you? Titi say, I'm growing them now. Goji berries. They really taste like they're good for you, but I will continue letting them grow and use them in powder form. Will not eat them fresh. Okay. All right. Say that's not, you know, something that you would grow on a regular. They're supposed to be really good in vitamin. I think was it C and a few other vitamins, the goji berries, but they're not necessarily the best tasting ones eaten fresh. All right. Sweet Thumb says, I'm still not far enough along to rule growing anything out. Plus, I will eat dang near anything. I like that too. I'm not really picky about food because as a child, old school, whatever they put in front of you, you ate. You didn't eat, you didn't eat. As simple as that. And once they took the food off the table and put everything up, the kitchen didn't get dirty again no more for the rest of the night. You went to bed hungry. So it's not too much I don't like to eat, but a lot of these new varieties of stuff that they got growing out here, and some things are not always from the US of A, it's some from another country, and I'm not particularly fond of them. You know, I forgot whose video I was watching today, and they was cutting up. Was it an Armenian cucumber? And they was like, "Mm-mm." Was it K Renee? Was it you there that was cutting up the cucumber? I said, "Oh no, it was nasty." I only grow what my family and I eat. Okay, well that cuts that out. J3, GS, I understand that. That's why I said if it's something that I don't readily eat, the only way I grow it, especially if I don't like it, is it's a special request. They don't have anywhere to grow a garden. You know, like they live in an apartment building, no balcony or anything of the sort. And they said, could you grow some cucumbers for me or something like that? And I was like, I'd be more than happy to if I can keep the kids from eating it. You grow raw. Hey, hon, how are you? Ro, I was watching you today on your video out there harvesting more tomatoes and stuff, and that what they call it, tomato hornworm, he was just hanging there, just as big as, as daylight. And I was like, oh boy, I'm waiting on you to get a black light, go out there at night and find you some more. That was so funny. He was just hanging in there too. Yeah, buddy. I was like, big and juicy, big and juicy. Hey, PIA, what's up, baby? How are you? Thank you for stopping in. Hey, Ro, I know that you big on your tomatoes and stuff. I'm gonna address this question to you. What veggie or fruit do you feel was a waste of energy, time, energy, and money? Is there anything that you grew that might fall into that category? Because sometimes we try stuff for the first time just to see how they taste, and then once the it grows to flourishing and you check it out thinking, okay, all right, I'm ready for this, and you taste and you're like, what the hey? What is this? And you can't figure out in any form of fashion on how to use it. Because I know you like to ferment and pickle a lot of stuff and try new recipes and what have you. So have you had anything that you felt was a waste of time, energy, and money? Sweet Thumb says, Armenian cucumber. What? I was hating mine, never came up. But now I really want to grow so I can see for myself. But you know what though? What might be nasty for one person, somebody else might love. Hey Deborah Garrett, thank you for stopping in. G Mama grows hard in the garden. What's up, Mama? Yeah, it's a lot of just cause I don't like it, you might love it. Because I told somebody in my chat a long time ago, it's been a couple of years, that I didn't like the yellow pear tomato. It didn't float my boat at all. I didn't like the taste. I mean, it was pretty. It looked like a little pear, and it was prolific. I mean, it was weighing the vine down. It was so many tomatoes on there. But once I bit into it, I was like, ooh, oh, this won't work. I was giving it away. I was every one I picked. I didn't eat any of them. After that first one, I said, if I don't like it, I can't figure out how to cook it into something that won't make it taste nasty. I didn't want to spend my time trying to figure out how to work this vegetable. Hey, Urban Gardener Chronicles, I had some veggies that were a waste, but I will try next season. It may have been the weather this year. I don't know if the weather got anything to do with the taste. LP, what's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you for stopping in this evening. Rose said, I would never grow strawberry spinach again. Not for me. Plus, it keeps showing up everywhere. Uh-oh. There go the chat. It just took off. Not for me. Plus, it keeps showing up everywhere. It's been 4 years and it still pops up in my garden. So it's a perennial down there in Akron. Okay. Hmm. Saying you don't like it and you can't get rid of it. That's funny. Pretty girl, what's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you, sweetie, for stopping in. Kale grows great. Don't taste good to me. Oh, okay. That's unusual. Most people like kale. They like I like kale. I saute it with eggs. I put it in smoothies. I've mixed it with my greens. So see, that's what I'm talking about. Different strokes for different folks. What I might like, you hate, and vice versa. That's how I feel about the dark orange muscat cherry tomato this year. They do not taste good to me. Hey, see, that's what I'm talking about. Anybody else had that particular cherry tomato? Hey, Ro, have you grown that particular tomato? Because you seem to be the tomato queen. Have you grown or tasted that one? PIA says, my summer squash didn't pollinate, so I didn't get to have that. My ground cherries, carrots, and watermelons didn't come up. I think that everything I planted, if I grew, I wouldn't eat it. Yeah. Yeah, that can happen too. With all this rain we was having last week, I kept spraying my some of my favorite veggies, and the rain kept washing it off. And in the middle of the night, 3 in the morning, I'm not going out there to spray anything. And it rained and washed all the cayenne pepper spray off. And when I went out there and checked in the last couple of days, they got me. They got me again. Mona Seymour was growing back, and they got Seymour again. They ate the petals and the squash, the flowers and the squash. Um, they ate. I had a random volunteer tomato in the front yard. They finally hit that and ate it. You know, they ate all my cucumbers again for the third time. So I'm through for the season. I'm trying for the fall. If anyone see my latest video on my green stock that I put together, I'm getting ready to drop some seeds into that. Sweet Thumb said, I would not grow arugula again, but one day I ate a basil leaf, mint leaf, and arugula leaf all together, and it was amazing. Okay, so it might have been a combination of all of those together, where one might be a little bitter or strong. The other two kind of counteracted and toned it down some, so it might be a nice combination. Interesting. Oh, that sounds nice. Well, yeah, it does. It sounds interesting as well as sounding like it might be a nice combo. I've been into mangoes lately. Mangoes, with nectarines and bananas and green apples in a smoothie, which turned out to be pretty good. And I had some green powder, and the green powder had a combination of other greens in it as well. Hey, the analytic gardener, thank you for stopping in this evening. Appreciate you. The analytic gardener, I'm going to post this question to you as well. What veggies or fruit do you feel was a waste of time, energy, and money in your garden? You know, everybody grows normally their regulars in the garden, like tomatoes and peppers and maybe squash and cucumbers. But then you grow other stuff too. That's maybe for the summer months. I'm hearing a lot more people learning how to drop seeds for carrots because a lot of folks was complaining about they had a hard time with germination with carrots, celery, lavender, and I think it was one more veggie. I can't think of the name of it, but people were telling each other how to possibly get these plants to germinate. And I never really had problems germinating seeds. I just had problems in getting it done sometimes. And because I'll drop seeds and forget about them and come out and see them. And I was like, oh, it came up. I don't even give it a second thought. I keep it watered, and sometimes I forget where I plant what, when, and where until I see stuff popping up. I'll just be glad to get something to grow without being ate. LPC, I just found a praying mantis in the garden. Not the topic I know, but I'm stoked. Had to share. Hey, that's okay. I enjoyed that. I got bit by praying mantis. I was sticking my hand in some flowers to pull a weed, and I didn't see it, and it kind of hit my hand, and I looked. I was like, "What the heck?" And I looked, and it sat real still, and then I just kept staring in the area, and then it moved. I was like, "Okay, I'm sorry. You do you, boo." I guess he's growing after some bugs. And I got out of his way, let him do his job. I ain't mad. That's nice. You had a good predator. Hey, there she go, Mona, sifting some soil. And Mona, they hit Seymour again. Not only did they eat the squash that was growing, they ate the flowers too. They ate the blossoms. So I don't think I'll get Seymour this year. Yeah, I think it's a wrap. I have to wait till next year for him. Everybody saying hello to one another. LP said, I think potatoes and sweet potatoes are very exciting to grow. So not a waste, but I found it is just easier to buy them at the store unless I were to dedicate a large space to them. And you don't have to do that. I have mine growing in a 50-gallon trash can that I put holes in the bottom. I filled up halfway with empty what's that, plastic water jugs. I took the paper seal off of them, and I just crushed them and piled them up halfway. And then I filled the rest of it with potting soil, something light. And I mixed in some blood meal and bone meal. And I put some sweet potato slits in there. And my sweet potatoes is growing their little hearts out. And you can contain them into one area. You can cut the vines back. And right now I had to throw some netting over them because whatever was out in the garden found the sweet potato leaves. They've been tearing them up. So I do hope I'll get some sweet potatoes this year. They got a good start, but now they're hungry. A lot of these animals are trying to get ready for uh, the winter. They said we're going to have an early winter this year, and the proof is in how voracious they've been going through my garden. That they normally wait till almost October or November, but now this is just the end of August, and they tearing my garden up. So there's something good to it. Grower Hudson, my girl. Glad you on the mends and feeling a little bit better each day. Appreciate that. Just to hear that from you in different lives. See everybody saying hello. The analytic gardener said this year zucchini was a waste of time. I cuddled them for months and didn't get one zucchini before the vine board took them out. Well, they didn't take out much. Woo. Yeah, I got bit by it. Yeah, they bite. They're defensive. They ain't no joke. Praying mantises. They call them that for a reason. They'll prey on anything that comes within range. Yep, he nipped me. I didn't have gloves on. I felt it. That's how he got my attention. I left him alone, went somewhere else. I was like I said, do you, boo? Those are good to have in your garden because they will eat the aphids and any other insect that they like. Hmm. LP, oh dang, that's frustrating. Try planting later in this season next year. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people saying they're planting a lot of stuff later now because they're trying to duck the vine borer and also aphids because this is brassica season time and people are planting not only brassicas but also what cauliflower and broccoli and a few other things because the weather's cooled down some, so that means your seeds will get a good start because the ground is still warm and you might miss some of the pests that will attack your garden. Hey, Karen's Little Garden, thank you for coming in. Nice to see you. Everybody saying hello with one another. Well, LP, don't put that on me. This is what's going by the Farmer's Almanac and the weatherman. I don't predict the weather. I'm just repeating what I heard. I don't want to hear it either. Shoot, I'm in Northeast Ohio. Man, we've been waking up to 50 degrees in the morning. Yep, I had to leave out this morning with a coat. Me and my girlfriend went to take care of some business and we went shopping and it took to almost 1:32 o'clock for it to warm up outside enough to take our jackets off. And I had one lady who saw me in the store. She said, I ain't mad at you. And I was like, yeah. I said, when I left the house this morning, it was cold. She said, I just took my jacket off and left it in the car. Yeah, it was cold here in Ohio. Now in summertime, this is cold, but in wintertime, it feels like a heat wave. That's how crazy our weather is. Because it can get pretty cold. It can get 0 and below here. Thank you, G Mama. I appreciate that. Yeah, just a little bit. It's greatly appreciated. That groundhog was just out there with me. Oh man, at my girlfriend's house today, we saw she's on a big she's got acreage to her yard. So we standing in the kitchen counting how many deer was in the backyard. It was baby deers, fawns, and it was big ones, mom and dad. And then we saw this big, fat, juicy groundhog. We seen wild turkeys. Her backyard looked like a menagerie of animals. And we were just standing in the kitchen window just looking at all. I was like, come here, come here. I was getting some water and I was looking out the back window because the kitchen window faces the backyard. And I was like, come here, quick, quick, quick. We was all taking turns looking at the animals in the backyard. Yeah, she has some serious, I mean, she got them big deer. She's got maybe like an acre or so behind her house, and it's all woods, all woods. And she said they didn't really start showing up until after the storm because they got a lot of trees. I was like, yeah, a lot of those tender buds and flower things then fell out the trees, and the deer and the groundhogs were tearing them up. They really liked them. Sweet Thumb said, telling the analytic gardener I didn't get any squash. Best believe I'm going to be a squash growing food next spring. Going to try to get a head start on it, huh? LP said the giant Marconi peppers is very delicious, but they aren't very productive for me. I'll only get a few peppers. They're huge, but still. And the same way with me. I had them like this big, and I would stuff them. Oh, they were so good. I love stuffed peppers, and they were so good, but it wasn't a whole lot. I think because the plant produced them and they're so big, till it takes a lot of work to produce those. They weren't no small ones. Aphids tore up my peppers. Yeah, Hood. They tearing up right now. They're tearing up my window boxes. I just got some spray the other day to see if I can salvage my window boxes before it's time for me to clean them out. Man, aphids are giving my yard the business. Yeah, including some peppers. Yeah, they're attacking my flowers. Exactly 50-degree nights now. It's cold, but 50 in March is an amazing day. That's what I'm saying. It's cold here now because this is supposed to be summertime. We're supposed to be like going into Indian summer, where it's supposed to get warm. They say later on this week it's supposed to hit back up in the 80s, but meanwhile it's cold. It's up to 70 degrees now. It took all day to get to 70 because, like I said, when we woke up this morning, it was 52 degrees. Yeah. And my plants don't know whether to speed up or shut down with these constant, fluctuation of temperature. Exactly 50-degree nights is okay. Thanks, LP. I made the plants were doing so well. Yeah. Sister Susomo said that's why I left Ohio. Yeah. My lupus still haven't flowered either. Yeah, by the time it's ready to flower, the weather will change upon you again. Bet critters are after my squash plants now. Mm. Someone also eating a baby squash just as they start to grow. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've been, and the killer part about the animals, how intelligent they are. They ate down my squash. They ate down my cucumbers, and they didn't eat them to the point where they died. I started pumping them up with some super juice of 511, and they started making a comeback. And they waited just as nice could be until they started growing back. And then they came back and they ate them back down again. I just had some cages over some tree collards, and one particular, I don't know why I can't talk tonight. One particular tree collard had outgrown the cage I had over it. So I took it off and I found a piece of small chicken wire that I could wrap around it. Hopefully, they don't go over the top and eat or the aphids find them. That I haven't seen that little white butterfly because I think it's been too cold for it. But yeah, we're gonna see. And then I actually dropped some seeds for some more tree collards, and they all came up. I just hope some don't eat it. Oh, such a so it dropped to 49 degrees last night. I turned my heater on. I broke out with my winter PJs. I got some heavy duty cotton PJs that's nice and my nice heavy house coat. Yep, 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 yep. Dan Lingard says my apple tree has a blossom on it right now. Let me tell you, my apple tree this year, and this is the first time this happened, it's infested with worms. All every last one of them apples on my tree is just ugly. You could just see the holes and the burrows in them. They got my apple tree. This is my Honeycrisp apple tree, and it hurts me to my heart. And it's loaded. That's the killing part. It's loaded, and all of them are infected. I was like, really? That's just rude. It says, yes, we'll be in the 90s in Tennessee for the next 7 days. Yeah, we'll be up between 80, 85 starting Sunday. But it's still going to be cold for the next couple of days. Emily Gardner says, oh, we did harvest our very first fig today. She was tiny but amazing. Ah, that's so cute. But to be tiny, yeah. But congratulations. It's that Valley 420. Oh, look at uh-oh. Moderators. Yeah. Valley 420 in the cornfield. Somebody get him. Miss Shirley, OG, try growing something prolific for them to eat on the outer of your garden. Then grow your real stuff on the inner part of your garden. Yeah, I'm trying that too. Yeah, gotta go. Somebody get this one. Oh boy. right, sorry about that, y'all. Moderators, is somebody gonna get him? We got a troll in the house. Try growing. Okay. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, I've done that too. The critters got all my apples this year. One boy, I saw apples, and within a few days, I didn't. Let me tell you, they've been pulling my apples off my tree for the ones they can get to, and they just leaving them on the ground because they don't like the worms in them. But somebody give Valley 420, please. Oh no, Michelle, there was a woman on my apple, a worm on my apple tree yesterday. I took a picture and said good night. Okay. Let's see. Delete comment, put them in time, ban and delete their comment. Got it. Yeah. It get down to 49 degrees last night, and I had on my one piece jammies with the feet. I hear you, PIA. They made me put my little nightcap on, keep my head warm and everything else. Miss J.K. Gardner, what's up? Thank you for stopping in. My apple tree had a scab disease. Does anyone know how to treat it next year? Because once it's in there, if it gets too far advanced, you can't stop it. It's already in the tree. They're gone, but you will still see. Okay. LP said, I always want to grow melons, and I am this year. Melons and this year, but sometimes I struggle to do so because there's not as many forms of preservation. Yeah, yeah. If you have what they call them freezers, one of those freezers, freeze dry, you can freeze dry them, or you can make like a slush, put them in ice cubes, and then freeze them in a freezer bag. You got to get creative. Okay, LP, so they're going on your end. Thanks, LP. Yeah, they got, yeah, I hit it. You, all right. I bet you did. You had the onesie on last night. Yeah, it was a onesie kind of night. It was cold. Okay. Thank you, G Mama. All right. Thank you very much. As it stands, I have 4 baby cantaloupe, so we'll see. Yeah. Hey, Laura Skirt. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate that. That you stopped in and say hello to this old lady. And yet I cannot buy melon seeds that sound interesting. Mm, they got a lot of them out here though. I had who was that sent me? Mm, the seed company. They sent me an email that you want a new catalog. Yeah, I want a new catalog. I want the rare seeds, Baker's Creek. I told them I didn't want the other one. I'm not paying no $12.95 for a catalog. I'm sorry. I can get too many seeds from too many places and from too many people, including my garden community. Yeah, that's right, growing with Hudson. Get on them. 25 watching, but only 20 thumbs up. Come on, y'all. Get them thumbs going. Yeah. Who else? Now, I said veggies and fruit. Is there a fruit that you wouldn't grow again? There's some I'm trying to grow. Okay. I don't want to click too much because every time I start clicking, that's when I start getting that other problem of buffering. Eric Gardening Botanical Interest just released 25 new seed varieties. Look cool, but dang, they're expensive. Kind of bummed to see that. Oh yeah, they're going up in us. They doing an enema on some of these seed prices. You know, that's why I said between the garden community and do like some of you guys have. I've done it too on Facebook. They always have a listing of all these clubs that you could join, whether it's fruits or veggies or even flowers that you can join, and you can swap seeds, ask request for seeds, and try seeds. So yeah. Hey, I bring it every day. What's up? How are you? A lot of times I'll be listening to you in the bushes, and I enjoy listening to you and folks. Um, I started crocheting a blanket for my great granddaughter. I got to get back into it. I've kind of laxed behind. Where does this fly come from? Where is Annie? Because Annie hates flies. Homesteader Rachel, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. You go roll. I don't buy from botanical interest because it's too expensive. Join you some seed swap groups on Facebook. That's what I do, and that's what I was referring to. I'm on a club on Facebook that deals with nothing but Zone 6B as far as what you're growing, because they try to find stuff that's how do you say it, natural for our environment, our zone. So that's how you can do it. So everybody saying hello to one another. I bring it every day. I know you knit and crochet and what have you. Do you garden? Do you have, I know there's a lot of folks that's in here that has started gardening and really gone gun ho. Do you do that as well? LP said, good idea, you grow. I never found them to be so terrible in terms of price because I like their varieties, but I don't know. I can't buy any more seeds because I got in on a MIG sale. Ah, yeah, I saw that too. They send me emails and stuff on that, and so does Logis. Actually, I think the MIG 40% off sale goes until September. Yeah. I don't, you know what, to be truthful, as much as I love seeds, I don't want any more. You know why? Because I don't have anywhere to put them. I'm running out of places. Yeah, that's on B. Yeah, it's a nice group. I've joined in there. Oh, sounds like I need to find that Zone 6B. Yeah, it's a nice group, G Mama. And they have all kinds of good stuff. Matter of fact, I ran into a few other YouTubers that's on there too. I bring it says, I have a tiny garden. I have some corn coming in now and peppers. Corn? Corn is not sometimes it's hard for some people to grow. That takes up a lot of nitrogen. That's good though. Yeah, you get it to grow. That's real good. LP says, what kind of seeds are you looking for, G Mama? If you want to hit up anybody for seeds, it should be GT Jr., Mike's Chaotic, and you grow road. Because I had got in that contest at one point and I backed up. I was like, all right, y'all talking about big money on some of these seeds. I was like, all right, I'm on a budget. I might get 60 or 70 packs of seeds, but y'all be getting hundreds and hundreds packs of seeds. I was like, I'm not with the big dogs on that just yet. But I do. I have a lot of seeds and I sent out a lot of seeds, but I'm running out of place for the seeds. Yep. I bring it. That's all right. Way to grow. You got to start somewhere. Everybody's not into gardening like we are because they have a lot of other trades and skills that they're really good at. And some of them do it for a living. So you see, listen to Ro. I got seeds for days. We know you do. We see you when you be flipping your little notebook over, showing this, that, and the third. LP, I'm not looking right now. I just want the window shop others in my zone. Okay. Yeah, you got a lot of folks in the 6B, 6A zone, and they have clubs on Facebook that you can join, and they will blow you up on what you're looking for. LP said, I'm not sure growing dry beans is worth it to me because I have to grow a whole bed to get a couple of servings worth, probably. Excuse me. That might be true, but it's according on what bean you're growing. I've actually taken red beans from a pack that I got from the Dollar Tree and grew more red beans. And it's a big difference in taste, which is odd. You would think that the beans that you grew would be close to the ones that you get from the store, but not so, because even those are processed to a certain degree for shelf life. But when you get them in the ground, you got different soil, different additives, different fertilizer. So therefore, it's going to be a fresher, more flavorful taste. Same way with growing peanuts. If you can buy raw peanuts, unsalted, and plant those and grow your own peanuts, which is really cool. Uh, right, LP, I only harvested maybe a pint bag of green beans. And someone else was talking about green beans too, how that they would harvest some and freeze them, and then when they got some more, they cut them up and throw them in until they got enough for a meal. That's a lot of work. It's according to how much you like that veggie. Hey, Cena Renee, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you so much. I do, I do, I do. Yeah, it's a lot of work because you got to constantly keep going in there and checking. And a lot of times when you get busy, especially if you're still working, it uh you can go out there to check your harvest and find a lot of stuff is overgrown. Yeah. I'm trying to get my dehydration under control. Superior hydrator, the body armor. Excuse me. Oh, this is orange mango. Oh, I like this. Yeah, I can drink these all day. LP say now green beans for eating fresh, frozen, sauteed, I find to be really prolific. Okay. Hey, Andell, what's up? Thank you for stopping in. Andell, I love your little shorts. I do. What did you do for 5 minutes today? And I was like, I had to stop, think about it. I was like, okay, she got me with my hat on, trying to figure out what did I do today. Yeah. I went shopping today with a good friend of mine. G Mama says I only sold one bean pot. Now I know I need two. Hmm. And I learned in regards to my greens. When I plant my brassica, I plant how many plants that I might need that keep going to fill a pot. And I found out 14 plants will help me keep going. Yeah, and that's what I do. I know I need 14 plants of brassicas of collard greens if I want that, and only 5 of the kale, 10 of the mustards. I had that giant red mustards, and 10 of the turnips. Yeah, and I like the the curly leaf kale. I'm not so much in the what is the one called? lacinato kale or the dinosaur kale. I don't know. Something about the taste. It's got a bite to it. I guess if I mix it with other greens, it might be pretty good, but they just don't float my boat, so to speak. So yeah, everybody saying hello to one another. And Dale, I'm gonna direct this question to you. What veggies or fruit do you feel was a waste of time, energy, and money that you grew in your garden this year? And you may not ever grow them again. Shawnee, 2003. What's up? Thank you for stopping in. Hope to be able to see you next year at the Soil Family Expo again. If you want some good party people to hang real tough, Shawnee's one of them. You want a good dancing partner? Get down with the get down. And Dale is definitely in the house. You need a good drinking partner? You want somebody to rock with? Broke Farmer. Broke Farmer. This yet. This yet. And the party's on. Oh, everybody saying hello. G-Mom said, I only grow the dwarf curly kale and 2 plants are plenty for me to manage. Okay. Now, is that outside G-Mama or is that in your hydroponics? Because I know. She said, not enough. All right. Yeah, because I know that one year, and you were showing your tomatoes. You had tomatoes up the yin yang, showing us making sauce and all kinds of good stuff. We do love to dance, you and I. Yes, we do, Ann. When they showed that one video of you and I dancing, I didn't know they was gonna put that on. Yeah, we was having a good time. Yeah, we just like to party. I'm trying to read the comments. Oh, everybody's saying hello. Thank you, Shawnee. I'm glad I feel better too, because girlfriend, it was not a pretty picture. Woo! Nikki, what's up? The everyday life of a OCD-ish chick. I love your comment about the green stock. Yeah, they have some nice sales though. They do. Uh-oh, that shot past me. The chap did a jump. Thank you. I really appreciate that. G Mama says I had 3 kale in my hydroponics and 2 outside. Okay. All right. So you got a readily supply constantly going and growing. That's sweet. All right. You can keep on eating. Now, have you ever harvested and froze your kale, or you just eat it fresh as soon as you pick it out the garden? Hey, Educated Natural. Thank you, 10. 10, I was just telling them today, I was like, okay, I'm normally on StreamYard as I am right now. And you said that StreamYard has been bought out by another entity. And we don't know if we're going to have the same terms with the new folks. So I have to learn a new venue, I guess. I don't know who to go to now. So I need some suggestions on where to go. Because I originally started on Facebook. No, not Facebook. Was it Facebook? No, it wasn't on Facebook. YouTube. And then I went to StreamYard. So I need to go back to YouTube to do my lives. If StreamYard decide to change the rules, or will they send us notice? Miss Shirley, are you going to grow in your green star? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And I'm going tomorrow. We didn't have time to get it today because my girlfriend I was hanging with, she had dogs and she had to go walk her dogs. But she said she'd come back and get me tomorrow and I get that last bag of dirt. I'm sorry, excuse me. Oop, I blew that. Soil and fill the last tier at the top. And I already got my seeds picked out and ready to go in it. Yes, yes. Like I said, I want to put my brassicas. I want to put some string beans in them if I can. If they make it, they make it. If they don't, they don't. But I wanna give it my best shot. Yeah, I want to grow some fall veggies in my green stock, and then I do have one big piece of chicken wire to wrap around it. So hopefully I can get some veggies out of it because I really want some greens. And I love once you get those greens a certain height and the frost kind of say kiss it and make them super sweet. Let me tell you, I cooked some greens once. They cooked down so quick. They were so tender and so sweet. They almost didn't make it to the dinner table. I was standing over the pot tasting. They were so good. Yes, I'm definitely want to grow something in my green stock this fall. Thank you for asking. Thank you so much. I have missed everyone on lives. Yeah, hey, Gail, look, life happens. Don't worry about it. That's why they got replays. Yeah, I'll be up at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning when I can't sleep because when you get to a certain age, 8 hours is no big deal. 4 hours is good. 5 is pushing it. I can't sleep. Excuse me. And I still had a habits of working nights that once I wake up, it's easier for me to sleep during the day than it is at night. Let me put it to you like that. I fall asleep and left a few dishes in the sink. I'll get up and wash and clean up my kitchen. And then it'll tire me enough where I might lay back down and go back to sleep. I have friends at the hospital. I'll call them at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. They say, "How come you ain't sleep?" I didn't have enough sleep. Grandma Hudson say, "I don't have to grow fish peppers anymore either." Yeah. And that's why I like what you guys were saying that even Ross listening to you in regards to certain tomatoes that you acquired in your tomato club, and that once you get them to grow to a certain level where you can put them to the side, you will take those seeds out of that tomato and you will have your own. And that's what we all should be doing. Whatever. Like my cayenne peppers on the side of the house, oh, they throwing down. I mean, that bush is loaded, and I got quite a few red ones on there. My girlfriend stopped today. She was making a cabbage soup. She said, "Can I have a couple of these?" And I was like, "Sure." So I'm gonna take those and dry them and have my own cayenne peppers. Yep. And I'll take one and I'll let the seed. Yep. And do the same thing. For the ones that make it, oops, I didn't mean to do that. All right. Okay. All right. That answered my question. Yep. All I use is YouTube Live. StreamYard doesn't like me. Yeah, well, if quiet as it kept, if they decide to do a switcheroo on us, no more freebies, I might just have to go back to where I'm accustomed to. Excuse me. Soil. Yes. Uh, this fly, I'm gonna get it. Go away. I don't know why it doesn't like me. Maybe because I use my phone. It shouldn't be that big of a problem. Gail, Gail Hooper says chicken wire is our friend. Yeah, but I've actually had raccoons that will unravel chicken wire. Yeah, I got ghetto gangster raccoons over here. I actually seen them, and their hands, their paws is like little hands. They will take it and pull it apart, take a foot and push it apart, reach up, get what they want, and then let it close back. I've seen it happen. I have to remember to take some zip line strips out there to pull it tight, close it up, every time I go because they know how to open it up. Yeah, we got gangster raccoons around here. I don't know where they came from. I don't know what planet. All I need is green peppers, jalapenos to stuff, and cayennes for hot sauce. Oh, yeah. Shawnee said, sounds good to me. Educated Natural said, I have a black cream tomato that is blushing, but I'm not sure when to pick it off the plant. Any suggestions? Yeah, now. Take it off the plant. That way you don't have to worry about anything eating it before you get a chance to enjoy it. Anytime a tomato starts blushing, you can literally take it off the plant, take it in the house, sit it in your windowsill, and it will finish ripening up from there. I got one in the window sill right now. I'll be right back. You grow, if you're still in here, I want to show you something. I went to my farmer's market this weekend. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oops. And then I got this one. Check this out. Okay. So yeah. And actually, I don't want to eat these. I want them for the seeds. I'm gonna eat them though. I'm not gonna waste no food. But when I saw these, I was like, oh snap. And I was like, look at this. I was like, oh yeah, I want the seeds from this. I don't even know what this is, but I thought it was interesting. So I'm gonna taste it and I'm taking the seeds out of it and we're gonna go from there. Uh okay. Y'all talking to one another. Gail says, I grew uh, is that a dragna? And they are pretty and tasty. Got them from the MI Gardener. Okay. 10 tomatoes can be eaten whenever you like the taste of it. True that. But if they're blushing, that's you can snatch them there. We have gangster squirrels. I know, I know. That's why I told her if it's blushing, it's going its way to ripening. So you can snatch it then. You snatch it for they snatch it. Yeah, because you can eat fried green tomatoes. I mean, yeah. I had a hard time growing crucial melons or butternut squash this year. I would think twice before planting them next year. All right. Sometimes you start a lot of stuff inside in your spring for your time because every zone is different, and give them a good head start, and then put them in the ground. And sometimes that might help because when they're little, they're sweet and tender, and they're real vulnerable to everything. That's right, G Mama. Thank you. Thank you very, very, very much. Oh, what I bring and say, okay. Yeah, they are beautiful. And when I saw it, it caught my eye. I was like, what? Get out of here. I'm gonna keep those. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep the seeds and I'm gonna dry them. And I have little empty I take my medicine bottles, the empty ones, I take the labels off and I keep these. And when I do seeds, I have label maker and I put a label on it. And I put the year and I think what kind it is, and I save those seeds for the following year. Oh, I had some the other day. Oh, and the farmer's market, I was like, since I can't grow any okra, I bought some okra and I put it in some cornmeal with some onion powder and garlic powder and cracked black pepper and some Himalayan sea salt and deep fried them bad boys. I made dinner for my girlfriend. She fell. She's at home recuperating, and I told her I would make dinner. So I did. I made the collards and the mustards. I made mac and cheese, cornbread, fried green tomatoes. It was something else I made, and I can't think of what it is. But anyway, I took it. Her husband came and picked it up, and I said, "What is he doing?" She said, "He walking through the house eating right now," because I had it hot. And you know those tin pans you could buy like at the dollar store to put cook food and stuff in. Well, I made two big ones, one for him and one for her, and put a lid on and sent it over there. And she said it was tearing it up. So I was like, I'm glad you enjoyed it. But that fried green okra, she said, oh, it was so good. It was seasoned just right, just a little bit. Yes, I use pill bottles too. Yeah. That's a really good idea with the empty. Yeah. Because one thing I like about it is green. So it's dark. So it doesn't let a lot of light into the container. So when you put it away, it'll be in a dark, cool place. Yeah. Yeah, and making your own labels. And even if you don't have labels, you could take a black magic marker and write on there the name of whatever it is and the year. Yeah, it was good because I tore it up. Oh, and cornbread. Yeah. And the cornbread, the eggs I used was from my stepdaughter. She always bring me a dozen of eggs from her chickens. So that I don't know, it's something about fresh eggs that just have a new flavor because I used it when I made my sauce for my mac and cheese and for my cornbread, and it just put a whole new flavor on it. Thank you, Frugal Mama. But you know what? She's the kind of girlfriend that will have me come over to her house for dinner and just enjoy the whole evening. So I figured that's the least I could do because I've been to her house many day for dinners on Sunday after the haul. So I felt I felt it was an honor that she let me cook for her, you know. So yeah, but thank you for that. But there's a lot of things that I would love to do in my garden. But I also am finding out getting older, there's some things I have limitations on. I used to be able to pick up bags of soil and mulch and lug them, didn't have an ache or pain, and I was good for the night. Now I can't even pick them up. Um, I try dragging them sometimes, and that hurts. I try putting them in my wheelbarrow and dragging that, that's heavy. Even dragging a pitcher, not a pitcher, a watering can full of water to water stuff, it's getting a little tough. And it's hard to find teenagers or even young men who want to help in the garden and learn about gardening. I used to have a few guys around here like that. A couple of them moved away. One, hate to say, went to jail. And he was my best one. That was Joe. Joe would do it all for me, and all he wanted was some hot peppers when they was ready. And I always had his hot peppers ready for him, and he appreciated it. And he would come by and knock on the door. You need me to do something for you? He said, because my mama gardens, and I know how hard it is for her. He would see me with trying to drag a bag of stones or something. He said, Miss Shirley, what is you doing? He come up, move me out the way, and he would pick them up, take them where I wanted them to go, rip the bag open, dump them. How many more you got of these, and do that. Can't find people like that anymore. It's hard. Even when I had the money to pay folks, they still didn't want. They was like, this is too much work. I'm like, oh my God, it's people lazy. PIA said try putting your bags of soil on a sheet and pull the sheet. I've done that. My back is messed up. I got stenosis of the spine, and believe me, I've tried every form there is. I've tried little trolleys to roll stuff. If the bag is more than 5 pounds, I have issues. I can't even pick up a 4 pound bag of sugar. It takes me almost 45 minutes to bring my groceries up. If someone's with me who's not as in bad shape as I'm in, they will help me bring my groceries up these 2.5 flights of stairs. Yeah. So getting older is not for sissies, especially if you're gardening. I used to have a guy named Ben that used to live up the street and used to help me with gardening. After his wife died, he moved away. And so that left me starting from scratch again. I think I tried that once too, PIA, a long time ago. I give it another shot, but sometimes just a bag, period, can be too heavy for me. Yeah, they don't. It's just like the little boy that I gave a tomato from, and he looked at me in shock. And I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "I didn't know you can grow tomatoes on a plant." And I was like, "Really?" I said, "Well, then where'd you think tomatoes came from?" He said, "The supermarket." I was so shocked. I couldn't even say anything. I was like, "What could I possibly say?" And I was like, "No, I'm going to leave that alone because that's not his fault." What a nice boy. They didn't come like, yeah, they don't come like that anymore. No, they don't. The kid that used to live next door, he was cool. And his mom bought a house because it was a rental property. And she bought a house and moved away. And she told him, "Go over there and help Miss Shirley. I better not see her doing anything." He would take my garbage cans out to the curb on trash day. He did it, all kinds of stuff. If he heard my car pull up in the driveway, he'd come over and say, "You got groceries?" And all I had to do was unlock the door. Yeah, all the good help I had at one time, they all just disappeared. Yep. Gail says, "My son in law asked why I work so hard in the garden. Then he started to eat what I grew." Wow. Yeah, my grandson, my granddaughter's husband, he'll come over and he'll stand, he'll like, "What do you need done?" And then when I tell him, he like, "All of this?" And I was like, "Go home." Hmm. Yeah. He's good though. When he comes over, he does everything I ask him to do and some. And he'll even ask, "You don't have anybody to help you?" No, no. Because if I had somebody to help me, this would be done. My nephews, when they're available, they came over this past Sunday. They did a lot of work for me. But I can't get them every weekend, you know. They're young folks. They play games, they play what, soccer. They're soccer fanatics. They play soccer. They be out with their friends. They're young. They don't want to give up their Sundays for this, but they do. They come by, and then they did quite a bit. So I was happy with that. But there's still more stuff to do. It's always something to do in a garden. Your garden never stays the same. It constantly is evolving into something. Whether it's cleanup or whether it's new plantings or whether you want to move buckets around, my 5 gallon buckets. I have one of those 3-tier stands that you can put 5 gallon buckets on that my neighbor across the street built for me. And they just moved it from my backyard over to the big lot. And now I'm having my nephews take certain 5 gallon buckets and put them on the tiers. I'm getting ready for next year because if the winter come early, I don't want to wait till next year trying to get all this stuff together. I want to get it done now, clean out my buckets, and just throw some what they call it, compost on top, and have them ready for next year. So that's why I'm gonna plant my green stalk. Yeah, yeah. A lot of us don't get help. A lot of us, we just take our time. Yeah, we take our time and do little by little, corner by corner till we get it together. Yeah, garden is never ending. It's just like a house. Every time you fix one thing, something else break down. When you are done, I will be checking my tomatoes and peppers and cutes. When I'm done, I'll be going out there doing some little last minute watering because the wind's been high here. And people don't realize high winds is just as bad as dry winds. It will zap the moisture out of your leaves, out of your plants. It doesn't have to be 95 to 100 degrees for your plants to droop. They will become dehydrated from the winds as well. So yeah, you need to water them still. So yeah, Nikki, that's what I'm doing. I'm taking one little corner at a time. I'm letting what I can't get to rest and get to what I can. So I figure with the green stock, I might get a new reprieve on gardening. And if it serves me well, I'll be getting a few more and leaving some of those other beds totally alone because it's not worth fighting every year. And I see you guys growing everything in them. Everything. I seen peppers and kale and tomatoes. That's what really blew my mind. When I saw tomatoes in a green stock, I was like, I didn't think they were that deep for the roots to grow to tomatoes in. But then after I got mine and seen how deep them pockets were, I was like, oh snap. I can see now. On TV and like on your phones and stuff, certain things don't look, how they say, true to size. And when you actually see it up close and personal, gives you a whole new perspective in regards to how you can grow. And I was like, oh snap. And I see them full too. I mean, they be loaded down. Peace and blessings. Hey, Just with J, please send me an email. Where's my swat? Because me and this fly, it's not a love affair. I don't like you. Good old fashioned fly swatter. They still work. Yeah. Yeah. Send me an email, please, sir. We do not, we do what we can and love it. Oh, yeah. I'm going to keep gardening. I'm going to keep gardening for as long as I got breath in my body. Even if you have to give me one of them raised beds where I be in a wheelchair and you roll me up to it and I can drop some seeds in it. I'm going to keep gardening. It's in my blood. I can't go without gardening. It's just something about being in contact with the earth. If you've seen any of my videos or walkthroughs in my flower garden early in the morning, the bees be everywhere, all over the, especially my patient plant and my lavender and my buddleias, which is also known as the butterfly plant. Early in the morning, you can literally sit on the porch and hear the bees buzzing. That's how many bees be out there. Excuse me. They be all over the place. And I just enjoy listening to nature. And if it's not the bees, I'm listening to all the different birds. I know I have at least mm, 12 to 15 different varieties of birds out here in the trees. You can hear them. I found out once the leaves dropped on my Japanese maple that there was a couple of bird nests up in the top of the trees because it gets so thick you don't even see them. And I see the cardinals and the blue jays and the finches, the yellow finches. They are so beautiful and they love the seeds off my echinacea. You'll see them sitting on top of the echinacea rocking and plucking the seeds. So that's why I never cut my echinacea backs because the finch love it and it gets them through the wintertime. Um, you can hear the blue jays fighting with the cardinals out there squabbling. We have little, they call chickadees. We have, what they call them? Hawks. We got hawks out here. Chicken hawks and we got crows, we got ravens because the park is down the end of the street early in the morning, and some other birds that I don't know their nature, but you can hear them singing songs back and forth to one another. You hear one tweaking, and then he'll stop, and then you hear like on another tree in a distance far away a reply. So sometimes just listening to them is just really cool. Hey, Albert. Veranda. Thank you for stopping in. I greatly appreciate it. Glad to see you here. Everybody saying hello to one another. I know Mike, He always showing about his squirrels and their little episodes and stuff, which is just hilarious. Those little goldfinches are so pretty. They are. And I like, I'll stand on my front porch early in the morning when it's quiet like it is now and have a cup of coffee. And I just kind of, by me being upstairs on the second floor, I can kind of just look all over the garden, the front yard, and then I can walk to the side and look down the side of the house and see all the different birds. They be out early in the morning, you know, which is so cool. Who's this trying to pop up at the bottom? Somebody was trying to pop up in here. Yeah, I hadn't put nothing down there. How is they popping in? And then we have a troll trying to pop in unexpectedly. Mike said they trapped me outside. Yeah, I dropped a huge ear of corn from the tree. Gail said Mike is our favorite squirrel person. Yeah, he's a squirrel whisperer. You be making a lot of houses and stuff for him. Between Mike the squirrels and his gnomes on the inside, he got his own private collection. Oh, it wasn't your corn? Oh, okay. Oh, they were. Oh, so they got it from somebody else's yard and wanted to dine in their favorite spot at your house. That's funny. Yeah, I just now dropped my link, but somebody else was trying to pop up over here, and I hadn't dropped my link, and I was trying to figure out how did they do that. They flashed in here and then disappeared. Mike said I had 6 running around my legs. Okay, as long as they don't run up your pants leg, because I've seen that happen. I seen a guy that had a squirrel run up his pants leg and he bit his Johnson. You should have seen that guy coming out the pants. They was filming a family get together and he was standing by a tree. Yeah, buddy. That was a whole new jig that he was doing. Hmm. So Mike, you better watch that. If you got on pants, excuse me, you better put some rubber band around the bottom of them so no one decides to get feisty. Yeah, bro, he did. He bit the squirrel bit his Johnson. Brother man hollered so loud he came out them pants. Mike, Mike's the squirrel whisperer. You speak squirrel? Call Mike. Who was that talking about squirrels? Led Farmer. Led said he quit trying to fight the squirrels. He said he got those squirrelinators. He said they over there rusting the traps. He said when squirrels want your stuff, they're gonna get your stuff. They are very intelligent. I've seen so many videos with squirrels hanging off the bottom of tree limbs and bird feeders and all kinds of stuff. If you don't have one of those special bird feeders that twirl around, that twirls them off, they pretty much will get into whatever and wherever. They will crawl through the eaves of your roof. They'll be up in your ceiling. I had one that used to roll acorns across the ceiling. He was in between, and they found a hole in the fascia up underneath the roof there. And he would be up there storing acorns for the wintertime. And he would be up there 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like in my room, and I'd be like, what is that noise? And coming in the living room, and they be rolling stuff across the ceiling. And I was like, are you kidding me? Yeah, Orca found him. Orca man. Yeah. So you got to be careful and say, what's what in the job? I don't know. I didn't. Oh, oh, Are you saying what is the Johnson or what's in the Johnson? Either way it go, I don't. You know what a Johnson is. You've been married long enough, Nikki. I don't know what he had in there that the squirrel. It was a nut. Oh, did I say that out loud? See, Nikki, pause. You always starting stuff. Uh, Mike says, "Shut up, girl." Mike said, "I recorded the greatest video ever, but my thumb hit slow motion button. I'm so sad. I told squirrels to get the rabbit, and they did. Oh my goodness." Nikki, you always starting stuff. See, I thought you was a good girl. Mike said, "There's a German Johnson." Oh, now y'all gonna take this and yeah, look at these. She said, "Gotcha." I thought you was my boo. Oh, I can't believe you did me like that. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's funny. And Mike Thomas is a German Johnson tomato. Okay. Y'all just gonna take this and run with it, right? Mm-hmm. It was like they understood me. Okay. All right. I told you, Mike, you the whisperer. You the squirrel whisperer. That's funny. I was just silly now. I just took that one and went for it. Nikki, you in a good mood tonight, huh? Oh, say he like I'm young and tender. Uh-huh, I'm gonna mess with you now. Yes, indeedy. See now, Renee, do you have a garden? And if so, you say, yep. What would you grow? What veggie or fruit do you feel was a waste of time, energy, and money? Hey, Netta's Nest, how are you? That I was drinking some orange and mango, and I keep thinking about you and the mangoes. I'm drinking orange and mango body armor. Everybody saying hi to Netta. Netta, this is a good question to you. What veggies or fruit do you feel was a waste of time, energy, and money in your garden if you have any? Where is Annie? Annie, where you at? You too quiet. I check on Annie like folks check on kids. When they get too quiet and you don't hear them for a while, you be like, "What you doing?" Yeah, well, maybe she's asleep, but normally she's not asleep this time of day. Mike say, even though I got tons of herbs and some squash, the herbs took room I could grew peppers in. The squash bugs got me bad. Ah, okay. I got tons of herbs and some squash. The herbs took room. Okay, Mike. Now I thought you had a lot of your herbs in like grow bags and like 5 gallon buckets. So they were all together in a bed and it kind of took over. I can grow herbs easily inside. I only do rosemary and sage and basil outside again. Okay. That that vine borer, that's a bad mamma jamma. It's been getting a lot of people this year. It's been tearing people up. They get a few. And I wonder if is there any variety that anyone knows of that the squash vine borer has not attacked? Have they developed one that squash vine borer resistant? Because I was watching a few of y'all doing surgery on your squash vines where you found the area that they bore into the plant, and you saw the larvae and you pulled them out, and some wrapped it with duct tape, some used regular tape, some used rags to kind of cover the wound to save the plant to see if they could get a few more off of there. Gail said, mine was watermelon and cantaloupe. The deer ate them down to the ground, not even a blossom. Yeah, they did my cucumbers like that and my squash. They ate the squash, then they ate the blossom, and then they just ate the leaves, and all they left was sticks of a vine. Yeah, I'm saying that I grow a ton of herbs I didn't need. Oh, okay. Mr. Nikki said they got you too. Letter says squash has been expensive. I bought start seeds and spray, but I keep on reseeding. Okay. Some kind of way you're gonna get something out of it, huh? I'm getting a few patty pans still. All right. Cassandra, Soul Food and Garden, thank you for stopping in. And y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for stopping in. Watermelon, watermelon, squash, and zucchini. Oh, they was tearing up everything, huh? Cassandra, the topic of the night is what veggies or fruit do you feel was a waste of your time, energy, and money? All right. I have grown basil, pepper, tomato, aloe vera, pineapple, avocado plants in my apartment. But the ones that thrived were the aloe vera plant, and unfortunately, the rest died. Oh, snap. But you got everything started. But the one that's dry was the aloe vera is pretty hard to kill, though. The only way you really kill aloe vera is overwatering it. Pretty much, it can thrive on its own. Hate to hear that the rest of it died, though, because it sounded like you had a lot going on there. Pineapple, avocado. Okay, and you did it inside your apartment? Well, kudos for that. So you said I just planted basil seeds, hoping they will germinate, and I'm going to try to grow those again, this time minus the fungus gnats. Yeah. Now you can go on was it Amazon? Oh, what they call it, Amazing. And they have those little yellow balls or green balls that you can hang around your veggies. That will help with the gnats. I use those. I have the yellow sticky ones that you could just stick in a little holder, stick in your plant for the flies and gnats. Yeah. And someone said you can put perlite, perlite or vermiculite on top of the soil. They don't like that. Let's see if that helps. Squash and cucumbers, the bugs won't leave them alone. Yeah. The vine borers got my cutes. Yellow squash, but I cut off 3 plants at the attack point, but they are still growing and giving me squash. Woohoo! All right now. I love to hear a beautiful love story on how your veggies made it through their blight. Cool, cool. That vine borer has been the talk of the season this year. I've heard of them talk about it a little bit, but everybody in all the different grow zones have been talking about the squash borer, vine borer, and the only reason I haven't really talked about it because I have other critters that's eating my veggies, so it doesn't have a chance to attack mine. Yeah, I got something out there growing right now. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a squash or a melon. I'm gonna do a video and let y'all tell me what it is because there's no name on it. Fine sand works too. They can't lay eggs in the sand. Has to be dry. No bottle, no bottom water. Oh, so bottom water. So don't water from the top, he's saying. Water from the bottom. All right. That's a good one because I know that you had a hard time there with, what was it, aphids or something that you had, an infestation in your house, and you had to throw everything out and sanitize everything and start over again. Pamela, hello. Thank you for stopping in this evening. Appreciate you coming in. That was last summer. I had 6 huge candy roasters. This summer, zero. Ouch. Hey, Felicia, F.R. Humphrey. Oh, excuse me. No, when you get to talking, you get the dry mouth, cotton mouth. Oh, thank you. I thought that I had missed the squash vine board, but it snuck up on me. Yeah, it looked like it snuck up on a lot of folks this year. I never heard so many people complain about that squash vine board. It's been a booger in everybody's uh, case. Yes, some devil bugs, the aphids, yeah, they starting to come out now. Aphids don't normally come out when the weather's hot. When it's super hot, you don't see aphids. When it start cooling off, then that's when they really look ugly heads. And then the eggs start hatching, and then they everywhere. Mike said, I still have a viable candy roaster in my basement from last year. Okay, so that means they're hardy in storage. They store well. That's cool. Keep it in a nice dark place. Yeah. And see, you get suggestions from one another in the chat. Yeah. Boy. And Mike, how do you cook yours? Do you cut it up in cubes and make it like into a squash? Or do you just roast the cubes? Or how do you cook your candy roaster? Because it's even the name of it sounds delicious, candy roaster, you know, because it's so many different ways. I've seen people take rutabagas and what's the kohlrabi. Some people eat it raw. Some people cut it up and steam it, or cut it up, put it in your greens. My grandmother used to take kohlrabi and cut it up and put it in the greens. It was good. I liked it. It was just something about that flavor that makes it all right. That's why I wanted to grill them. Okay, yeah. You can do sweet or savory. Oh, okay. Hey, I like sweet or savory. Hmm. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my well, I know what I'm gonna do with my cayenne peppers, but I'm looking at my other plant and I'm getting jalapenos. So normally I'll get the jalapenos to my nephew and he makes me this hot sauce. He made a hot sauce so hot even I can't eat it that often. Every now and then and only put a drop or two on it because my mouth still be burning. I like it sliced thin, pan fried with veggies. Oh, that sounds delicious. Candy roaster, it's good raw in salads. Yeah, I heard you talk about that, Felicia. Yeah, sounds delicious. Psalms 146 says, I like some candy roasters. Let's just say everyone from the bushes getting dinner, baby. All right. You're a little late tonight, aren't you? And you normally be in the bushes as soon as my start. Up oh, there we go. We clicked for a minute. I can't hit that button anymore. You be making some good dinners too, Psalms. I seen you with your cooking. You and Sammy Joe, y'all supposed to be up there burning. Now the guys used to show us cooking shows all the time. Who is that? Michael Farmer. He used to show us a cooking thing. Um, who was that? Stacy, Hands in the Dirt, used to show us little cooking something something. All of a sudden the guys just quit throwing down in the kitchen. They was having contests there for a minute on who can cook what. And we know that uh, GT always cooking, and he's always taking new suggestions and cooking stuff. So yeah, that's funny that the guys can quit doing cooking video. And Mike, you used to show us cooking videos all the time too. So everybody didn't change just a little bit on the cooking and slowed down. Now I like cooking in my granddaughter's kitchen. Her kitchen is nice. I like the setup. I can do the a Martha Stewart kind of setup when I cook at her house. I can take all the stuff to her house. What? Oh, okay. I missed that one. Some says apologies. My husband had me install and set up the new cable box, so I'm late to the party. Oh, that's okay, dearie. Like I said, life don't stop. You know, when you click on a button to somebody's live, you have live a family, husband and kids. Take care of what you need to. That's your household. That comes first. Cena Renee says, I dried the soil out for a year and potted the aloe vera pups in the soil. No fungus gnats so far. Okay, cool. I got a little aloe vera out in the hallway. I told my granddaughter I would start her plant. So I had a huge aloe vera and it was just one. And then it started putting out pups. And then I started taking all the pups off and planting them separately, and then I just started giving them away as gifts. You know, you want olive vera? I've yet to have anybody say no. Be like, sure, olive vera, yeah, because people know what it's good for. You can use olive vera for your hair. You can use it for your skin. You can put it, make a gel for it as a conditioner. You can drink it. You can put it in smoothies or what have you. So aloe vera has a lot of uses. And if you have a cut or a burn, you can put it on that as well. It's good with healing properties. So yeah, I heard a lot of people, Cena Renee, take soil from outside if it comes inside. That before they planted something in it, they would pour boiling hot water all over through it to kill any eggs or anything that might be in the soil. So yeah, I've heard it many times, the different ways. I cooked and roasted 3 squash varieties. I think I saw that though. Yeah, I did. What? And in that video, Mike, wasn't your wife helping you with the taste test? 1 crucial and 2 tights patty pan was good. Yeah, I saw that video. Yes, I did. I did. Just see, that's what happened in your mind. Yep. See, yeah, I saw the video. You know, I told you when you get old, it's like sometimes you got good days and you got bad days, Mike. I might be thinking about something and stop in the middle of a conversation because I lost my train of thought. And then it may or it may not show up later on, and I'll just blurt it out. And I'll just like, oh, okay, that's what that was. All right, that's what I was thinking. You know? Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. Yes, she was my guinea pig. I mean, helper. Oh my. Okay. Your wife don't watch this live, does she? I'm gonna send her an email. Do you know what your husband said about you? That's just rude. Stop it, Mike. Yellow crookneck squash is one Boris ignore. Are you sure about that? Because I've grown crookneck squash and they ate mine year before last. And I had some nice ones on there too. They were so good. I take yellow crookneck squash and green zucchini and garlic and onions. And what else did I put in there? And the regular salt and pepper and other. And I saute all of those together. And then I make some rice and I pour that over the rice, and then whatever meat I have on the side, like I might bake some chicken or some pork chops and have a nice little gravy with it. Ah, and sometimes I'll eat just the veggies alone over the rice. It's so good because they cook down so fast and they're so sweet. And they just seem to soak up all that flavor. What you talking about? No snitching. You always calling Annie, so you got your nerve. Gail said, I couldn't wait. I picked 8 tomatoes and 12 yellow squash. Ooh, snap, girl. I ain't mad at you. 12 yellow squash. All right. Now, do you preserve it? Do you eat it all or do you give some away? What do you do with all that 12 yellow squash? What do you do? What do you do with all that squash? Tomatoes, 8 of them. I can see how you can readily use them real quick. I made a tomato sandwich. And I can't now, I'm not even talking English now. A tomato sandwich. It was absolutely delicious. It was so sweet and so juicy. It was so good. And then I tried one where I sauteed the tomatoes just a little bit and sprinkled some pepper jack cheese on top. On toast. Oh my goodness. I was ready to smack somebody. It was so good. When I get in my kitchen, sometimes I just try stuff. I get creative. That's a wonder I don't wear 1,000 pounds. They ignore mine. I'm getting a couple of weeks. Yeah, well. Oh, my tomatoes. I have yet to eat any of them. Every time I get ready to go out there and pick them, something beat me to it. What Gail said, my son-in-law, I guess, will take some to work. Okay. Well, at least you're able to share, with others. They don't, long as they don't go to waste. That's the bottom line there. You cook all that stuff and you don't want it to go to waste. I made salsa from my garden last Saturday. Wife demanded I do it again this Saturday. That's what you get for being good at what you do, Mike. Yeah, you get in that kitchen and you be throwing down and doing all kinds of good stuff. We had it over nachos. All right. Oh yeah. Now I like salsa. Like I make a mean omelet. I will saute different colored peppers and onions, and then I will make my egg mixture. I got this huge frying pan, and I'll pour a little bit on there. You know how you swirl it around and get it, and then I'll put my veggies in the middle. Flip, well, I'll flip the egg over, then put my veggies in the middle, fold it up, and then I will sprinkle a little cheese, and then I'll pour salsa on top of that and eat that omelet. That omelet be the bomb. Oh, it'd be so good. Felicia said, demand it, Mike. You say your wife's demanded I do it again this Saturday. So Felicia said, your wife demanded it. You say, yeah, demanded it. I'm like, yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, dear. Yes, ma'am. Uh-huh. I missed one huge tomato. Half of it was eaten. My chipmunks got it. Don't you hate that? Who saw the video with Black's Tropical Homestead and Bam with Miss Fran? And Sherry gave him that snake bean. Is that what that was? Rattlesnake bean. And it was bigger than Fran, taller than Fran. I heard somebody say that they didn't like it. It was nasty, and then others say it's okay. So I wonder what kind of taste does it have? Because it's got to be totally different from string beans or whatever other kind of bean. Because it's odd in growth and texture and what have you. So I wonder what it tastes like. If anybody actually have eaten one in the chat, can you tell us your experience with the rattlesnake bean? Uh, my corn was a bust. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, sorry, Netta's nest. Oh, yeah, we see the one row show before. Yeah, I saw that today. I was looking at the video where that tomato horn worm had poop. everywhere. And they got some big poop for big worms, but then you see how much they eat and how fat they are. They are not skinny worms. And the word worm, they nice and fat and juicy because when you squish them, they just like, ugh, yeah. You can say, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that bean was huge. It was. It was taller than Fran. And I was wondering, what does it taste like? I wonder what it tastes like. Riri, what's up, baby? Hey, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Yeah, so I wonder what that bean tastes like. When something grows that big, do you feel like it might not taste good? You know, because it's something odd, it's something different. It's not something that you walk in the supermarket in the produce section and see hanging. It's a rattlesnake bean. So I like to know. I'll probably do a little research. I like to know the origin of the bean and how it's used from whatever country it comes from or originated from. How did they cook it? Because sometimes eating something raw does not bring out the true flavor of some veggies. Some veggies you need to, excuse me, you had to cook and, oh, excuse me, have to cook and add and season to, excuse me, hold on, y'all. Got a little dry throat there to try it out. Roro, you grow, you got to grow some rattlesnake bean and see if you can. What are you doing? It ferment it. I've been watching you from each day about the pickles and the different stages of the veggies breaking down and the brine starting to change color, what have you. Oh, did your mom come to visit you? Did she get a chance to taste the pickles that you fermented? No, might say grava. Yeah, that is a scary looking bean. I don't even know if I want to eat something that look like that. The asparagus beans are delicious also. All right. But it's a rattlesnake bean. Is it good? You know, when you see something that big and odd, you don't know how to really cook it. You're like, what do you do with this? That's a lot of bean. That's a bean that you would have to excuse me cut up and cook for a family reunion. I think it's funny how some fermented makes the things fuzzy. Yes, mom is here and she loved the fermented pickles. She was surprised. Tell mom I said, hey. I miss my mom. Yeah, I'm glad she enjoyed it. She was surprised. That's all right. I think bitter gourd is one of those veggies that tastes better after you cook it. Okay, see? Not everything tastes good raw. Sometimes you have to put a little fire underneath it, whether it's baked, fried, sauteed, or whatever, and add it with maybe some other vegetable to help bring out the true flavor in the veggie in itself. Reminds me of Pop Rocks candy. Oh, the kind that you put in your mouth and okay. I really didn't like those. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he is silly. Just figured that out. Might be silly a long time. But are y'all having a new hy- hydroponics? No, are you doing a hashtag 2025 on the hydroponics thing? I know Planner will probably come up with a new one for herbs for next year. Because what he went from 5 to 10, would it go up to 15 herbs for 2025? Excuse me. Even Mike had to laugh at that. He know he's silly. That is just his nature. But we love him that way. Wouldn't have him any other way. We got a lot of silly people And our garden community includes myself because I know I can get goofy too. But it's just helps to just be happy. You know what I'm saying? It helps you smile. Sometimes you do stuff just to see somebody else smile, especially if they're not feeling well or they having a bad day, they're going through recovery. Sometimes you just want to see something that just kind of perk them up and kind of make their day. Mike said, "Oh, there is a hashtag. It said WIG 2024. Okay, so I know, ladies, how do you say, get fired up and get ready to go." But you know what surprised me though? It is quite a few ladies in the garden community that has hydroponics, include myself. I have not busted out into growing in it like I should. After I wanted it so bad, then I finally got it and didn't do anything with it. But I see some of you ladies, you are pros at this. I mean, y'all fantastic at this. And for you to join the contest of hydroponics and doing your videos and showing what you're growing and what you get. Like when I was at Quinn's this year, she had a huge tomato plant and a hydroponic system that was in the room, in the guest room with me. And she had little red cherry tomatoes ripening all over. I started to eat them. She said, "Mom, you could have ate them." I was like, I was scared to get out. I said, "That was your tomato plant. I didn't know if you was going to do a video on it or what." But it was huge growing on the inside. So it just amazes me how people take so much time and effort to make sure they got the fertilizer in there, the water levels and the light requirements, and giving them room to just really take over, because you're not supposed to plant in every single hole in your hydroponics unless you're taking them out and putting them elsewhere. Like, they all got to have room for the roots to spread and grow, because one plant will take up more nutrients than another if they got a better head start. But that's time consuming. Yeah. I still gotta send Ro her prize. Wifey yelled at me. I said, "Okay, find the mail supplies under the construction materials." Yeah, I sent off a couple of prizes today too that I had been lacking on, and it wasn't because I didn't want to send them. I forgot I was sending out so much stuff till I ran out of packing material. And I had, when I went to the store, I got some and I mailed off stuff, and I got one, no, two more prizes that I need to mail out, but they were odd shape and I didn't have any kind of container or boxes to put them in. And I had to figure out another way to wrap them up to mail them out. So I got two more prizes that will be coming out real soon. My brother Mike disqualified himself from Planner's next one because we got to grow new things each year. Mike already grew all the known herbs on the planet all at once. Oh, so tell him he got to be a spectator, huh, Siles? Oh, tell him he didn't grew them all. So, yeah. See what you did to yourself, Mike? You got so gun ho and happy and so good at what you do, you kicked yourself out the box. So now you got to come up with a whole new setup. So I know you will be spending time on the internet or in your books if you already got some seed catalogs, and you're going to be trying to find some new stuff to grow because you have disqualified yourself. She said, all the known herbs on the planet all at once. Would you say, son? Wah, wah, wah. Oh, you know what's going to be interesting is to see what Mike comes up with, because there's quite a few different herbs out here from all over the world. So for Mike to come up with some new ones, it's going to be very interesting. Very much so. Uh, Honestly, while I enjoyed it, I rather grow more peppers than herbs. Oh, we know, of all kinds. Everyone seems to have a specialty when it comes to what they like to grow inside of their hydroponics. But I do see tomatoes and peppers and salad greens, like different lettuces and stuff, has been the most uh, wanted to grow in their hydroponics. All right, people. I thank you so much this evening. I'm feeling so good that we got through this live this evening without any of that this and buzzing in and off. And I really appreciate it from whoever improved the strength on my Wi Fi tonight. So, as we leave up out of here, I'm going to say good night, Mike. Good night, Roro. You grow, Ro. Good night, Psalms 146. Oh, good night, the educated natural. Good night, girl dad. Oh my goodness, we have so many people that comes through here. For the ones who was here earlier, Cassandra Fulton, my Renaissance grandma. Oh, we have all kinds of new folks. Riri. Oh, now she come in here. Hold on, y'all. I got to do this right quick. She come in at the tail end. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Do do do. And I stopped there. And she came in. Hey, Texas Lala. Good evening. And Miss J.K. Gardner. Thank you for stopping in this evening. Thank you, Felicia. Thank all you beautiful people who came in here and stuck with me tonight. I greatly appreciate it. I thank you to come in next week and show me that you like me just a little bit at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And as I always say, enjoy your day and y'all come back now. You hear?